If you're after a new GMT watch for your holidays this year, I don't think you can go far wrong with this one. Let's get into it. Yes, and welcome to the Mad Watch Collector Show. Today I've got a stunning new release from a brand that's very favourite to the MWC channel. Yeah, that's right, we're taking a look at another Vulcain. Yes, a brand that was originally founded in Switzerland in 1858. They made a big name for themselves when they made the Cricket, a mechanical alarm watch that was worn on the wrist of several US presidents. The current ownership of Vulcain are turning this brand into a proper powerhouse when it comes to vintage inspired modern watches. There's not a single release that I have not loved, because personally I think they do the best job at not only harnessing those designs that they did back in the day, but making them at the best sizes. Because a millimeter here or a millimeter there, the watch may not feel right or look right. I think they're one of the best Swiss independent brands for any modern day watch enthusiast to get into. And today we're going to take a look at their brand new Skin Diver GMT. Not only that, but this is the first time I get to have a look and try on Vulcain's new bracelet, which has been a bit divisive in the watch community. It definitely is different to most out there, so I'll tell you what I think of that as well. Now, before I go any further, disclaimer alert! Thank you. This watch was sent to me by Vulcain and I don't have to send it back. But I've waffled on long enough. Let's show you the watch, give you my thoughts at the end, tell you my wife's thoughts as well. And once again, let's give ourselves some Vulcain loveliness. Are you Skin Diver GMT ready? Let's go. So ladies and gentlemen, here is the Vulcain Nautique Skin Diver GMT. What a vintage beauty. I mean, this oozes the 1950s and 60s already, just by its look and its proportions. We've got no crown guards, slender lugs, slender bezel insert that's synonymous with skin divers of the 50s. The finishing on their stainless steel cases are phenomenal. The chamfering, the facets, the polishing and brushing is always perfect for me. Although the polishing is great on the bezel, having it brushed, I'll be able to twist it better. More on that later. But the dial is very similar to that Skin Diver I reviewed before. But as you can see, we have a GMT hand with a red outline to it. Really like that. You can get this watch in a faux patina colorway, but as I've had that on the Skin Diver chronograph, I thought I'd go for a very sterile monochromatic look here. A watch that is going to go with any style of clothing. The bracelet is unusual, but I do like it. But overall impressions, once again, we've got a stunning looking Vulcain watch. Quick spec check. So like the Skin Diver, the diameter is 38 millimeters. It's 44.5 lug to lug, 12.2 millimeters thick, and 20 millimeter lug width. Absolutely perfect dimensions for a classically vintage inspired watch. And to keep those vintage inspired looks going, we have a domed sapphire glass with underside AR coating. Love the distortions it gives to the hour markers. Just perfect. We have a screw down crown at 3 o'clock, and we have a screw down case back, which gives this watch 200 meters of water resistance. Perfect for the outdoor pool use or the sea if you're going on holiday. And while you are swimming using the GMT hand, you've got 2 time zones at your fingertips. Now on to the bezel. So we've got a 24-hour, 48-click bi-directional bezel. The insert is ceramic with white painted inserts. The action to it, have a listen. Oh, it is unusual. It has the similar feeling to a Rolex GMT Master 2, where you twist it and it falls into place. It snaps into place. Very refined action. The height of the bezel isn't very big, and because it's polished, the grip isn't brilliant. However, look at the way the case is designed. The bezel is actually sunken into the case to give you a bit more purchase from 8 to 10 o'clock and 2 to 4. Definitely helps. Pretty well designed, to be fair. Now onto this bracelet, because the links, well, they're the biggest links I've ever seen on a bracelet. Definitely takes you back to start with. They are very well made. The only brushing comes on the chamfers on the edge. Love the end link that bows and conforms to the watch head as it goes into the case, and that clasp is very well made. It's milled, and we do have an on-the-fly adjustment with the push of a button underneath. Not like anything on the market I know of. The articulation and conforming to the wrist may not be there, but I can't see why it won't still be comfortable. Okay, let's look at the face.
Dial time.
Proper vintage vibes. Love the long minute marker lines that come from the outside of that matte black dial. Everything is printed. A slight change to the 12 marker just to give good legibility in the dark. And yes, we do have a date window at 3 o'clock. Not a huge fan of it, but as it's a GMT watch, it's a more practical timepiece. Therefore, I will allow it. The handset, well, it's the same as the Skin Divers. They are baton style, and I really do love that GMT hand. The one other thing I would like, possibly with the seconds hand, is to have some sort of loomed lollipop. Seeing as though this is a diver, it would be nice to know underwater where that seconds hand is. It is very tiny, but a little vintage loom on the end of it may have been worthwhile. But overall, beautiful Vulcain dial, very monochromatic. It's going to suit everyone. So, we've got loom on the handset, loom on the hour markers, nothing on the bezel. This isn't a proper dive watch. But out of 10, how much does this puppy glow? So yes, Swiss Superluminova in that dial. We can't use the bezel as a true dive watch, but legibility is pretty good in the dark. Right, now for this watch, Vulcain has used a SoProd movement. It's the C125 automatic office GMT. Sweeping away at 28,800 beats per hour, 42 hours of power reserve. Operating this watch is very simple. Unscrew the crown. You can wind it. Anyway, pull it out to the next position. If we go counterclockwise, we can change the date. If we go clockwise, we can move that GMT hand. This is why it's an office GMT, not a traveler's. If it was something like a GMT master movement, you independently move the hour hand. I have no problem with this at all. Pull out to the last position. We can change the handset. Nice purchase on those hands as well. Not too light. Push it all back in. Screw it down. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. You got yourself a great timepiece.
Hello.
On my 6.5-inch wrist, and wow, this feels like it's made for me, this watch. The size of the watch head is perfect. It's so thin. It's one of the thinnest GMTs I've ever had on my wrist. And the bracelet, I really do love the bracelet. How it moves in the light. It is actually very comfortable. Plus it gives a proper tooly look to your watch. I'm actually quite surprised how much I do like it. I think if you do get a Vulcain, you have to try it with this bracelet because it's nothing like anything else on the market. Sweet! So there you go, the Vulcain Skin Diver GMT. What do you think? There's not a lot I don't love. The case design is fantastic. The bezel action is great. Could do with the coin edging being brushed. I wish the ceramic insert was matte and not shiny polished. That's just me. The wearability of this watch is phenomenal. When it comes to price, yes, this is not cheap. With the bracelet, it's going to cost you £2,020. Without the bracelet and on a Vulcain Tropic strap, which I do think is amazing as well, it's going to come to £1,770. Now, I've said it in the past, if anyone is looking at an Oris 1965, stop! I think Vulcain with the overall package is far more attractive than an Oris. You still get a watch from a brand that's been around since the 1800s. You get the best that the Swiss can do currently around that price point. But most importantly, you get a watch that's on par with the likes of Oris that maybe not many people know about yet. I have been doing my best to tell people about them. Honestly, I think this brand just goes from strength to strength. They are slowly releasing watches that just add to their lineup instead of just filling the lineup. If you want to buy a watch that is all things Swiss from a very old brand and as a GMT complication, this one's got to be on your radar. So here it is, my wife's views on the Skin Diver GMT from Vulcain. Well, I don't like the bracelet. There's too much metal going on there. Overall though, I quite like the watch. It's not too big and it's not too blingy. It's okay. Vulcain, you haven't got a bad review there. Must have caught her at a good moment, you know. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you want to support the Mad Watch Collector a bit further, please go down there in the description below. We now have a Patreon. You can see the shows early, behind the scenes content, monthly blooper reels, and get your name checked at the end of every show, like these amazing people. But if I've got you for a few more minutes, and I think I have, why don't you check this one out? This is the Vulcain Skin Diver chronograph. One of the best Swiss chronographs of the year. I'm pretty sure about that. Go on, you will love it. Go on, click it. Go on. Click it.